Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Hot Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm as always your host, Air the Hot Patriot. For today's episode, we're going to talk about Bidenflation leading to Pawnshop profits, according to Les Gold from the good old Pawn Stars series that was on True TV back in the day. So this is an article I found right at the end of the last episode. I don't want to talk about in that one because I wanted that one to be mostly just focused on Easter Sunday and stuff like that. But yeah, we got this article here where we had that Les dude discussing things with people pawning items. There's what it was. It said, hardcore pawn star Les Gold says his desperate customers increasingly focus on weekly, not monthly needs. That actually makes sense given his customer base there, which would mostly be minorities and stuff in that state. So yeah, it says hardcore pawn star, and Detroit pawnbroker Les Gold told Fox News that customers seem to be getting increasingly desperate. Gold starred in the True TV series between 2010 and 2015, along with his adult children and fellow pawnbrokers Ashley and Seth at American Jewelry and Loan. He said pawnbrokers are, quote, street-level economists who are indicators of which way the economy is going. Yeah, it's going to shit is what it is, bro. All right, I can't. I was going to say it, but I can't really go into that whole thing because, again, it's like, you guys got, well, let's say it like this. Juice crew is what these people are, man. And that's what a lot of pawnbrokers are in this country. I'll leave it at that one. You guys know what I'm talking about. What Mark Malone loves to talk about all the time. So, anyway. Les said, though, I see it each and every day, he told Fox News Ingram Angled interview. Says, right now, the pawn line is probably twice as long as the redemption line for people picking up merchandise. That's sad and pathetic, dude. So that means for every 2 customers that are pawning stuff, there's 1 person redeeming their ticket to go pick up something they pawned. That's just sad. That's just sad, man. Yeah, it says Gold said the trend has been noticed in the past 6 months and have reflected a sorry, excuse me, throat's all messed up. Have reflect a marked up increase in customers coming into his 8-mile store who are desperately in need of cash to fund basic necessities. It's like, quote, they need to put food on their table, gas in their tank, and a roof over their head. So we see a lot of customers coming in now for loans. That's what the sad part is, though, right? Because I remember watching that show a lot, dude. And I'll tell you what, like, he definitely jade those people down, man, for real. So, like, that dude, like, he fucking scumbag people sometimes, man. Like, they would be like, oh, I need $100 on this thing. He's like, I'll give you 20, bro. Or it was something they're like, I'll need like 150 on this. He's like, I'll give you $10. And they literally walk away with $10. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, people, come on. Like, you're not that desperate, man. Actually, I remember watching one of those things that was pretty funny. It was some girl, she like literally walks in, pulls the hoop earrings out of her ears, and is like, I want to sell these. Or no, she's like, I want to pawn these what was it? Was it sterling silver? I think it's supposed to be silver hoops is what it was, actually. She's like, yeah, I want to pawn these silver hoops. And the pawnbroker guy looks at me, he's like, yeah, there's something that look right about that. When he like calls Les over and Les looks at me, he's like, gets a little jeweler's loop, he's looking at me, he's like, yeah, those aren't real silver. They're worth like nothing, basically. She's like, the hell they ain't. Give me some fucking money, bitch. So, yeah, that's pretty funny, man. Although I will say one thing about that guy. At least he gives some of those people in that community a job, you know? Because that's the one thing I noticed with him. It seems like, honestly, like him and his family being the only white folks in that whole entire place. I think there was one old guy, too, that was white, if I'm not mistaken, during the series, is what it was, which he might be dead by now, honestly, from just old age. But, yeah, there was, like overall, there's, like, 4 white people that worked in that entire shop, and 3 of them were his family, including himself, obviously. And then it was basically all the security and all the people that were the chicks in the, doing, like, the loan cash payouts and stuff like that were all black folks. So he was actually giving local community jobs is what it was. So I will give him that honestly on that one, dude. I'm not saying they paid well, but like they paid is what it was. So, at least there's that, honestly. But let's see here now. What are we talking about now? Yeah, so when host Laura Ingraham mentioned that how they are living mouth to mouth, Gold corrected her. He said, quote, they're saying mouth to mouth, he said, our customers, our clientele are pawning items to make it through the week. They're not worried about the next month. Said, there, a paycheck come in. Let's see. Their paycheck come in. Oh, paycheck may come in, may not come in, but they come in each and every day to pawn their items because they are in need of money. Like I said, just for the necessities. That's sad, dude. That is actually really sad. It says, Les said pawnbrokers nationwide report similar conditions. Quote, the good thing about pawn shops, pawning items, they're not recourse loans, so it's not going to hurt your credit scores or your ability to get credit. So Gold has seen some strange things pawned in his shop. One such item was a van owned by the late pathologist and right to die proponent, Dr. Jack Kevorkic. I guess I'm not the guy's name or whatever. He said Gold wagered with the man who pawned it, where he would either pay him $20,000 or $40,000. He ended up purchasing the van for $20K. Yeah, I think I remember that episode of that show, actually. He said, so it was really not, it was still really not worth the money, but just the idea of having something so iconic, I had to make the deal. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That's crazy to think about, though, right? Like, it's sad, man. Like, yeah, you would think people are like month to month, but yeah, he's like, yeah, they're a paycheck away from not having a fucking house, basically. Which again, and the sad part is, right? Like, and I know that Kevin Hart talked about this actually with the black community is what it was there, since that's what a lot of Les's clientele seemed to be throughout that entire show. And I'm guessing throughout real life, honestly, is what it is now. And the thing of it is, it's like, I know Kevin Hart talked about it, and I think there are going to be some other folks in the black community as well talked about their, various movie stars and stuff like that, and like various entertainment people and stuff like that. There's what it is. And he was discussing, specifically Kevin Hart was discussing, I'm not sure about any others for that matter, but he was specifically discussing in an interview I watched a while ago about how it was black people getting some kind of equity, I believe is what it was, or something like that. And it was, how do you put it now? It was essentially like building up like their own kind of like credit and stuff like that. And essentially like, shopping at black-owned businesses and supporting black-owned businesses and stuff like that is what it is. And making a community for yourself kind of thing is what it is there. And the sad part is when you look at people like Les Gold and shit, dude, they're basically robbing these people of any generational wealth they have is what it is. Because they're giving them, you could have something that this woman or this guy or whatever inherited from his mother. It could have been like, a gold ring or a pearl necklace or whatever it was there, dude. And it could be worth, $4,000 or $5,000. He gives them like $100 for it, dude. And then God forbid they can't, take it out of pawn then. Because it's not like when you go back to reclaim something from pawn, it's going to be $100, dude. It's going to be, whatever they give you for that initial pawn loan, plus X amount of dollars for that time, where it's basically like ticking off like another couple bucks a day, I think is what it is, or something like that. So when you go back to get it after, 30 days, 6 days, whatever it is, before it goes out of like pawn and basically you have to buy it again then from the shop is what it would be then. It could be like $150 to $200 for that matter. So yeah, it's basically screw jobbing these people on both ends is what it is there, and taking essentially generational wealth from them is what it is, dude. So they can't even have any generational wealth ever is what it is then. And it's really sad, honestly. And it's not, and I don't believe it's just like, it's not even like a racial thing for that matter. Like it seems to affect like a lot of poor black ghettos in this country more than anything else though. But it's also just poor people across the board, dude, because this is the one thing that they don't teach us in schools that they should, honestly, is financial responsibility. And it's one thing that pisses me the fuck off entirely because it's one of the things that I've actually talked about for years now when trying to run for office. It's one of the platforms I plan on running on if I ever do become in a position of power in politics, would it be then, as an elected official, as a civil servant, etc. there, would be to actually help generational wealth across the board is what it is, dude. Because that's the thing. We shouldn't have, like literally right now, I have to sell this home that I'm living in right now because I cannot afford to actually buy it outright. That should not be a thing, man. The day that my mother died on January 17th of this year, her entire debt to this place should have been wiped the fuck out. It should have been wiped clean at that point. And me and my siblings should have inherited this place outright for $0 fucking dollars, dude. If we wanted to sell it then, we could sell it then. If we didn't want to sell it, we shouldn't have had to sell it then. But it's bullshit. We have to sell this place, give almost $100,000 back to the fucking bank for some bullshit ass mortgage. And then whatever's left over, we basically get from that is what it is, dude. A third of that each is what it is then. It's crap, man. It's motherfuckers stealing generational wealth from everybody at this point. Doesn't matter the race, color, or creed for that matter. And it's a bunch of shit all the way around. And I'm just fucking sick of it, man. I really am. I used to talk to people in back chats about, be like, secretly I wish this thing, but I'm gonna say it openly right now, dude. I hope this fucking country falls on April 8th, honestly. So that I won't have to sell this place. So I can just stay here is what it is. And the fucking lights go out is what it is, motherfucker. Because at least then I'll know how to survive a little bit anyway. I might not survive for very long, honestly. Might not make it to summertime for that matter, but at least I'll fucking survive when I can, man, for a couple months is what it'll be then. I'll sure as shit survive a hell of a lot longer than other people will, man. Because at least know how to cook things, at least know how to make fire, at least know how to make, grill things, preserve meat, etc. there, for the most part. Have enough skill set, knowledge in my brain to do that kind of stuff. Even if it kills me every single day, man. So, anyway. One thing I will say to everybody out there, by the way, if you ever can, just remember, botulism's odorless and tasteless. And you probably don't want to eat certain things that have been canned for that exact reason. You might not want to can certain things for that exact reason because it could be a thing where you have a good thing of meat or some eggs or something like that, man, that you thought were good to eat or whatever. And it's like, yeah, it turns out they're actually poison. There was a, years ago, this is actually an interesting story I want to talk about before I go today. My old neighbor was telling me the story. And so there's a place here in Ohio called Alliance, Ohio. It's about probably 15, 20-minute drive from me right now. It's where the old comic shop used to be. It's where Carnation Mall used to be over there by Walmart and stuff. Now it's going to be torn down, turned into a mire here in the next couple months is what it'll be. And that whole place, though, that whole area, back in the time period of the Great Depression, was actually coming up in the world. It was going to be the next Columbus. It was going to be next Cincinnati, etc. there. There was a day during that time where you had people obviously know how to can, obviously know how to do stuff back in those days, or at least I thought it did anyway. And they had a party of all the ritzy people at the time. People that had money that were like, the millionaire class of the day is what it was back in those days and stuff. And you had the one guy's wife bring a jar of, I believe it was pickled eggs of some kind. Or at least she thought they were pickled eggs. And as it turns out, that entire jar was full of botulism. She pulled a couple out herself, put them in a bowl or a plate or whatever it was, she'd them. Handful of other people that were there did the same. A couple men, a couple women, etc. there that were the, other families and stuff like that were the rich people and stuff there at the time. Everybody, munching down on food, munches down on the eggs and stuff like that. Dead within the next couple days. And that's exactly the day that Alliance, Ohio basically went from being a up-and-coming area of the wealthy and people trying to make it a better place there to what it stands to today right now, which is basically just a poor area and stuff like that. Because I think it was 10 families or so died in that whole thing. And of course, it was in most cases, it was the patriarchs of those families, the people that actually had the guys that actually had the money is what it was there. And so the family kind of went belly up after that, is what it was. So, yeah, it's like thinking back what could have been, man. And that's what people don't realize, dude. Is there's going to be times where even after grid down and stuff like that, people think they got shit preserved and stuff like that, man. It might be preserved, but it might not be. It might be that little teeny bit of air that gets in there and stuff. And now you got botulism brewing everywhere. You go to eat something out of it, your wife, your kids, whatever it is, dude. Whole family wiped out in an instant, man. So yeah, you definitely got to be worried about what you actually preserve, is what it is. As far as my understanding goes, it's mostly stuff like that would be like, it's basically like eggs, chicken, meat of any kind, like any kind of like beef or anything like that is what it is. Pork products and stuff. I think that's like the few things that actually do get like botulism in them. So it would be like if you're trying to like preserve a ham or something like that in like mason jars, or like any kind of like various beef or anything like that, or any kind of various chicken and stuff, or like I said with the eggs and stuff. I don't believe that canned fruit can have that issue. I don't believe it does that way. I could be wrong though, but I think it mostly falls to like poultry and like other kinds of meat and stuff like that, and then it would be, you know, like various dairy things, like anything that basically an animal can make or produce or whatever. I think is susceptible to it, is what it is. So like milk would be another one of those kind of things as well, for that matter. And I think it's anything that is not that way is okay then. So I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on this kind of thing, but it's just something interesting to talk about, man. So my best advice to everybody out there is look into botulism yourself, see what it can and can't hit when you're preserving things like that, or you're doing canning or whatever the case be, because then it might incline you to can different things than what it is then, because you never know, man. And I would hate to see anybody, thinking that they're going to be fine with this shit, not know how to do it properly or whatever the first time, and then it's just like they don't get a second chance basically because they eat that thing and it just takes them out then or whatever then. So, with my thing, it's like if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die on my feet fighting, going out swinging and stuff like that's what it is, man. I'm not gonna die after eating like some random fucking food and then I just like pass out that night and don't wake back up is what it is or something, because that'd be fucked up, man. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where we're at for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be back, like I said, later tonight with most likely with E Honda and them and stuff, as long as we do his Sunday chat, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't do one last week for the Tuesday chat, so I think we will most likely get a Gay Frog chat tonight. If we don't, I will definitely be back on this channel as long as I don't have a strike tonight from the other stream I did earlier is what it was. Doing something on here with some of the guys, what it is then. For Easter Sunday, if anybody wants to join us on that whole thing, we will do like a prayer or something like that on the channel then for the day. Praise the Lord, passion, ammunition, all that good shit like that's what it is. And yeah, other than that, that's where we're at for the day though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see y'all on the next one. Have a good one, y'all, and stay safe, stay vigilant, all that good stuff. And always remember that we are going through trials and tribulations in this country right now. Some of us more than others. Some of us I can't talk about. But at the end of the day, God only puts as much on your plate as you can handle, I believe. And things will get better. Things will work out in the long run. And hopefully, people will be able to do things the correct way is what it is there. So I know I didn't get a Powerball ticket last night, unfortunately, because my cousin and I did not go out. So just trying to see if anybody won or not here. I'm assuming this is the numbers for the most recent one there. Okay, so I wouldn't have won anyway had I got one if this is the most recent numbers then. So, yeah, because I would have done, let me think now. Yeah, I don't believe I would have gotten any numbers on this one then if that be the case. This is a weird set of numbers too, by the way. So okay, so yeah, it was 12, 13, 33, 50, 52, and then 23 was the Powerball for 975 million bucks. Jesus. Whew. Oh, sorry, never mind. This was as of an hour, about 5 minutes ago. That's what it said here. It said Powerball jackpot climbed to an estimated 975 million after no one matched the 6 numbers drawn Saturday night. Yes. Okay, so that means potentially Tuesday. Then I can, or wait, Tuesday, Wednesday. When the hell is the next Powerball jackpot actually? Is it Wednesday? I don't think it's Monday. Check on this real quick now. No, it's actually Monday. It's April Fool's Day. Okay, so then yeah, definitely got to get a fucking got to get another one then to Monday then for sure. And hopefully get that 975 mil then if that be the case, baby, because that'd be fucking awesome. So yeah, that'd be sweet as fuck, dude. Win 975 million bucks. Even after taxes, I'm sure it's probably like 400 something mil then, but that's still way more money than I have, man. You know, as I was talking to one of the boys about that yesterday, we had a good conversation last night about 1:30 in the morning. And I told him straight up, I was like, yeah, man, you know, I know you're going through a lot of stuff right now. And if I ever hit the lottery, you're going to be one of the first people that gets money from me is what it is. He's like, you don't got to do that for me, dude. And I'm like, no, bro. You don't understand. Like, I know if you hit it yourself, you would definitely help my ass out. And you've been there for me enough times now. You've helped me out of a lot of situations. You talked me off the ledge a few times, you know, everything like that. So, you know, I'm going to do this for you is what it is, man. Help you out right now in your time of need. So, and it's not just him I'd help out either. It's a lot of the other guys too on the chats and stuff because there's been others out there too that definitely could use it. You know, I know Honda could use it quite a bit. Finally get his ass out of fucking Colorado there front with the stupid ass anti-gunner bullshit going on there right now. A few of the other guys that can't afford to really leave, finally get them out of their places and have them, you know, come to my place basically is what it is here or something. Or if nothing else, maybe just looking at like a different state entirely myself, even for that matter, where it's just like, you know, where's a good place to go to kind of thing. And it's just like have like, you know, multiple. Sorry, I'm seeing like something on my eye is what it is right now. I don't know if it's like right here someplace or something. I don't know if it's like a piece of hair coming off my head or what the hell it is, but it's really fucking irritating. So yeah, I'm not sure what the fuck I'm seeing right now. I might be able to crap my glasses. It's phasing out, then maybe that's what it is. But anyway, so yeah, what I was saying though was, yeah, it's like a thing where I'd basically like buy like a bunch of land someplace. Could be multiple states for that matter. If I hit the lottery there, and then you know build up like a nice little compound or a couple little compounds or something throughout the country and shit as like backup places and stuff to have. Now, obviously, we'd have like one part of it that would be like above ground, and then the rest would be like all underground and shit. So it may just look like a little basic house or whatever the case be, or a small building or something like that. But in reality, it's like, you know, 15, 20 feet down, there's like layer one, and then it's like, you know, a couple thousand feet down is like layer two kind of thing, or whatever the case be there. And it's all like underground fucking sweet ass building then or something. So, yeah, it'd be pretty sweet, man. So, anyway. Other than that, though, that's what I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully, we can actually fight back against this inflation and the Biden bullshit here is what it is and get back our country pretty soon. But only time will tell. Like I said, on this Easter Sunday, I think we're going to have a lot of trials and tribulations coming forward in the next week or two is what it is here. So, you know, may God protect those of us that actually believe in him and are followers of Christ. And may the angels in the heavens smite the demons on earth is what it is right now and protect us from the evil that is at our doorstep right now. And it's as simple as that, really. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Later.